Buenas amigos! So I am still in Puerto Vallarta and I'm walking to the beach. So if you, oh crap, I'm wrecking my shoes. Be careful when you're walking. You actually want to always be looking down at the ground because it can be very uneven. I am walking to the beach. So there's not actual real beach access from the Marina, but if you're sneaky, you can walk through some hotels such as the Westin or the Marriott, which I'm about to do now. So I'm going to go through the Marriott, and I did it last night. They didn't say anything to me, so I'm really hoping that I can do it again. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you this beautiful condominium residence, and you can rent these places as well. It's called the Shangri-La. This is the Shangri-La, and I think there's like 4 of these towers. It's hard to see right now because they're behind one another, but it has an incredible pool that goes from these buildings all the way to the beachfront. The pool literally stops at the beach and it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you are looking for a great place to rent, I would say this is an amazing location. And if you turn around here, this is the old plaza that they were constructing, and I don't know what happened. They have stopped constructing it, but anyway, if we go right here, this is where I just came from, and that is the Marina. So that's how close you will be to so many different restaurants, coffee shops, boutiques, stores, just so many things are in the Marina. And so yeah, so this is where you would be located, and it's very secure. As you can see, there is a guard there, it's gated, it's absolutely stunning. The property is absolutely gorgeous. And then right there is the Malia, and just over here is the Westin. Just so you get an idea if you are looking to stay down here. And then this way is the Marriott, and that's where I'm going to be headed. And I don't know like how serious this is, but I don't like to walk at night alone. So last night this area was starting to get dark, and I noticed that there were policia patrolling this street, going really slow. So I stopped and I ducked into a hotel, and I just waited for them to pass before continuing by myself. And so it's just something that I would suggest for you. Not that, I mean, not that you always are needing to be paranoid, but I always just take precaution. I guess you can say I'm like extra paranoid. I really try to avoid any situation. So because I have been staying here alone, I just make sure not to be out walking at night. It's just something that I do. So I try to make sure like I've gone for dinner, especially if it's a place like kind of further from where I'm staying. I just make sure that I'm done my dinner before nightfall and back at my condo. So I mean, this area is extremely safe. It's just something that I'm choosing to do because I just, you know, I just feel more comfortable that way, and I don't speak the language. But just walking by this deserted plaza, which is very sad because it's huge, I have a bag with me and it's quite heavy on my shoulder, so I feel like the camera might be shaking a bit when I walk. And for transportation, since I've been here, I have been using Uber. I've used it about 4 times now. It's been absolutely amazing. It's very affordable. I feel really safe so far. All of my drivers have been rated really good. They've all been rated 4.9 or higher. They've all picked me up within a minute. I don't even think I've waited longer than a minute. And yeah, it's been great. And so The price can vary during the time of day, but if you do know the Vallarta area, you might know where the Gallerias Vallarta Mall is. So from Gallerias Vallarta yesterday in the middle of the day back to the Marina, which I am on the far side of the Marina, I'm not by the main street, I am more towards the beach. That was 56 pesos. And this morning I walked to Soriana, which is a grocery store on the main street, so on the other side of the Marina. So for me to walk there this morning, it said a 21-minute walk. And then I got a I got an Uber back to where I'm staying, which is the Nautico building. And that was 43 pesos, just so you have an idea. So I would really recommend using Uber. If you do choose to use taxis, make sure you are only going with an authorized taxi. You should order it or get it from an authorized taxi stand. And 100% always make sure you negotiate the price before you get in. And so the way Puerto Vallarta is, it's by zones. So each zone has a different price. Like a lot of times there'll be a stand or something you can find. So if you're like say in the Romantica zone and you want to come back to the Marina is I believe zone 1A, and then I believe Romantica zone is 3. So there's always like a price from this zone to that zone or whatever. So just make sure you know what to expect. Make sure you always negotiate the fee before you get in, because a lot of times they will try to kind of enforce you to pay more than you should be and just taking advantage of tourists. So, but that's the great thing about Uber is the price is already done. And then I always make sure to tip them the largest tip amount, because I know they don't make a lot of money, and at the same time I'm still saving so much compared to taking a taxi each time, so I don't mind tipping. This is the Marriott. This has really good reviews. A lot of people love this hotel. The one thing to know is I don't know if it's changing hands, but they're rebranding. It's not going to be the Marriott anymore. It's going to be turning into a different hotel, but I think still under the Bomboy brand. But it's very beautiful. I didn't want to walk straight through just because they did have security. That I just didn't want them seeing me walk straight through to the beach, because then they might tell me afterwards like, hey, you can't do that, and they might start to remember me. So I kind of took a left once I got into the lobby, and so this is where I am. I don't know why they have these pools drained right now, maybe for maintenance. I heard that they're also shutting soon because the summer months are so slow, so we're at the end of May now, so they're probably starting on their maintenance. But it's extremely beautiful. How nice is this? Oh, I'm gonna take a photo of this. This is so pretty. Okay, you guys, it's absolutely gorgeous here. Look at these beautiful plants. Oh yeah, they're doing a lot of maintenance. So to me, it looks like this is normally a little river that they have created. Look at that restaurant there, how pretty. I bet in the winter this is absolutely stunning to sit there and have a meal. But yeah, it's under maintenance right now. They are about to shut. I think that this is their last week open. So today is May 20th. And yeah, so everything's just like under maintenance. The pool area is absolutely gorgeous. Bar and Bites, and they have an upstairs viewing platform with loungers and chairs. It's really nice. I watched the sunset last night here, and everybody goes up here to watch the sunset. The sunset was absolutely mind-blowing. I will show you guys a photo. It was just spectacular. If you're staying in this area, you definitely want to make it to the beach for the sunset. It's so beautiful. Like I mentioned in my last video, because we are by rivers and little inlets here, there are a lot of crocodiles. They do swim in the ocean. I do know there was an attack here. I think potentially more to the left down the beach. I'm not too sure. Maybe it was to the right. It wasn't right here, but it was somewhere around here. And they're usually quite docile. I think they're pretty well fed naturally, but at the same time, I don't know. I wouldn't risk it. I don't know. Okay, I took my sandals off and ran to the water because it is very, very hot on the feet. One thing that was so amazing last night as well is because the sunset's behind me, it like lights up the city. So all the buildings, everything just pops. And the view is absolutely incredible. So this is the beach right in front of the Marriott. It's a beautiful beach. It's a big one. And over there are that's the Shangri-La condos. So it has a beautiful beach as well. It's a little bit rockier. Not like rocky everywhere, but there are rocks, like kind of breaks in between, and then like sandy spots, and then like some rocks. I'm curious what these places are called. I'm going to check it out when I get back and have Wi-Fi again. It is right next to the Marriott, but this is a really nice place too. So I'm sure you can get a rental here. I'm very curious what it's called. And it keeps going. And the further you walk this way, eventually you'll hit where the airport is. I'm not too sure how far that is, but I do know it's up there somewhere. Very beautiful. I'm still at the Marriott, and this is outside. This is by their sushi restaurant called Mikado. But like I said, they are changing this hotel into another brand. It's not going to be called Marriott soon, but I think it is still going to be owned by the Bonvoy Group. But I'll just turn the camera around to show you how neat this place is. Mind you, this is the slow season, soon to be completely closed even for the season, so they're just doing a lot of maintenance, but it's very cool here. Let me show you. They made this like very Japanese style. You walk on this boardwalk and they have this like lagoon area, which I can see somebody is cleaning. So I don't think this is the best state. I think it's normally probably in a better condition. but I think it's really cool, and it does really give like a unique Japanese feel here. Even the little lanterns. It's really cool. So this is on the property just near the front of the hotel. So I'm going to head back to the Marina, and hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of a tour of this hotel in case you are thinking to come here. Like I said, it's really highly reviewed, but going forward, because it's changing, I don't really know what's to come, but you know what, it might be a lot better because they might do a lot of maintenance improvements. And I did hear that a lot of the rooms are renovated. I think actually all of them are renovated on the inside, but the outside I can tell isn't like the most renovated, I would say. Like the outside's definitely older, but I think the inside has been all remodeled. And all of the restaurants, I didn't show you guys, but all of the restaurants were really beautiful. Like everything looks over the pool area and it's really, really pretty. And yeah, so like once you come inside and once you enter, everything is new and luxurious. It's very, very beautiful. I just didn't want to make myself stick out because I'm not staying here and I'm videotaping, and just wanted to remain on the low. But I want to show you guys these neat birds with the red beaks. They're like some kind of duck. Look at that. They must, I feel like they're a duck. They look like, oh my goodness, wow. I want to capture a picture. Hopefully I can get a picture of one. Aren't they unique with the red bills? I wonder what these are called. So cool. Looks like they're getting ready to do a lot of planting. So I think the state that we're seeing it in is not the typical state. I'm sure when you come here in November and then throughout the winter, it is a lot more lush and